Hello YouTube, it's Mike and Aaron from Team Endgame here, bringing you a local tournament report, which specifically this week is our Team League shop qualifier. And as you can see by our close-up here,
we won.
We won.
Oh, yeah.
And the result will say towards the end, but the way we thought we could do this is by unfortunately Yuri can't be with us.
Yeah, get that out of the way first.
Yeah, we'll get that away first.
But basically what we're going to do is give you like a brief rundown of what happened during the day, how our matches went.
Yeah, round by round type of thing, and any interesting comments or how the structure was will come up during conversation, hopefully. So for starters, round one, bearing in mind it was my brother's wedding yesterday, so...
Alright, Mr. Hangover.
Yes, so I was rather struggling to concentrate, so I'll use that as an excuse.
Excuses.
But now I've got woken up a bit, where game one, I personally ran the end, Dragonic Overlord the end deck, and I was in a mirror match, game one.
Yeah.
I got grade 1, 2 and 3, but the rest of them were triggers and grade 1s. I had, my field was the end boosted by Aeramo or something, or whatever I had there. I think he sniped my Conroe as well, so I could just get whatever I could. And I had a bar at the front. That was my field.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounded good, right? And he had a full field, and I said no guard, and he got crit, and I wasted another 20 guarding that because I was on 5. He was shaking, and he was on 1 damage. I was like, you little, how are you nervous? Either my reputation has just made you nervous, like I'm going to heal or something.
Don't talk to me about nervous. I was nervous for much of the day, man.
Alright, but I turned around like, I've totally let my team down. There's nothing I could have done about it, but I turned around and you two were smiling, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, things must have gone
thanks for the faith, man. Thanks for the faith.
But, alright, so who did you get against game one?
Me? I'm afraid I can't remember the name of my opponent, but again, I had a mirror match similar to you.
We don't need to do names, just matches will do.
Oh, basically, the way I see it...
So what deck were you running?
Oh, sorry, I was running Majesty Lord.
Okay.
Royal Paladins, yeah. The way I see it, basically, with Majesty Lord, especially in a mirror match, you have to go first to even stand a chance. That's just my opinion.
I'd like to point out as well, just to interrupt Aaron here, this exact same thing happens with the end. It would appear that your guard pretty much goes, especially if they have another the end.
Yeah.
Then
they get that extra chance.
Then they get an extra chance of getting it, and
when you're still on grade 2.
Continue.
So basically, I managed to go first, which was a godsend. So I hit my blaster, ride, attack, get Wingle Brave off when he's on grade 1. He can't guard it. Grab Majesty Lord. Just things go from there. Get my effect off Starcall, get Blasted Dark. Insult effects, and he just can't keep up with me because I've got the 12 Vanguard. He didn't get the effect off at all, didn't even find Majesty Lord. So I was smooth sailing for the first game, thankfully.
And Yuri?
I think Yuri double crit.
Yeah, he double crit. It was like
typical Yuri fashion, he double crits.
Yeah, double crits per game. So that game was very quick, and I was like, oh, fair enough. And so I woke up a bit, and went to game 2, who did I go against next?
You went against Zach.
Did I?
You went against another at the end.
No.
Yeah, because I was against...
Was that game 2? Like
that was game 2, because I was against Adam.
You went to the back, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right. There was another mirror match, and I still reckon I still went second. I won the next 2. I hate Chinchonchola. I can never win it. I love dice rolls.
Paper, scissors.
Or whatever you want to call it. I can't do it. Anything I do, they do the better one. I go rock, paper. No! Why?
So you went second, so you're already...
Yes, so I'm already on the back foot, but it came down. Our fields were pathetic. He had 3 overlords at the front. I had an overlord as my Vanguard. There wasn't any the end to be seen.
Oh, wow.
And he ended up cross-riding.
Oh, dear.
And I was like, oh no, here we go. And I basically...
Surely that means he didn't have the Persona Blast, so you weren't worried about that then?
Well,
or were you?
Well, considering he had 4 go 3, considering he had 3 on the front and that, his hand must have been absolutely terrible to have another at the end.
Yeah.
But it turned out for crit for game in the end. So I had pretty much, I had the Torque swing on the left, I swung over the right rear guard, I hit sack with my Vanguard, and he looked at, thought about it for a second, and then basically said it was crit for game. Because if he guarded the Vanguard, I'd put the crit to rear guard, he can't guard it. So he thought, no guard, and I got a crit, and it was game. That was pretty much how that went. If I didn't get the crit, I may have lost, because I didn't have much hand advantage left. I pretty much committed, because I had 18 column on the right, and 18 in the middle, so I was like, I've got to just go for that. I should have really dropped another unit on the back left, but I felt as if I got a heal trigger, or, you know,
still have a chance.
I still have a chance to defend myself next turn, so I didn't want to completely commit to the crit, but...
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Well, my second game was against one of our mates, Adam. Again, I had a mirror match, so that wasn't too good, and this time I went second, which I wasn't happy about. So he gets his... Well, for starters, he puts Winglebrove to the back left rear guard, which got me wondering. I was like, oh no, this isn't good.
He's going to constantly have a blast in front of us.
By the time he gets to grade 2, he rides a Lamorak. So he's got a 10k Vanguard, and I've got Blasted Dark with Winglebrave.
Just to throw out to our audience, if you have any idea how you would implement said 10k into your deck, it'd be interesting to see people's grade 2 lineup.
Yeah.
Regarding the Majesty Lord
That's
Blaster.
one of the things that we struggled on Majesty Lord, now that you mention it.
So if you guys have any comments in regards to that, then let us know. But continue.
Carrying on. So he had a Lamorak as his Vanguard, so I was just not happy. I'm attacking with 14. I think he had a Blasted Dark as a rear guard, but I didn't... What did I do? No, because I had a... I can't remember what I had. This is going back.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won.
Yeah, that's good.
No.
Was it close?
It was a pain. No, because
let's get match.
I don't think I got my effect off in the end. But next turn, when he attacked me with Blasted Dark boosted by Winglebrave, I guarded for nothing passing. I overguarded it to make sure he couldn't hit it. Then
wasn't the game you got the effect off, and it was
on my grade 3.
God.
On my grade 3, I got Majesty Lord, got Star Call, called the Blade, got the effect off. My opponent just didn't have the effect. He was sitting on Majesty Lord at 10 for most of the game.
I thought he attacked you, and you...
No, for most of the game, he didn't have the effect off at all, so he was still sitting on a 10 Majesty. Yeah. So I was constantly just... My hand was growing. I was on 4 damage, and I think I pushed him to 5 until he literally drew his last card.
And he went for it, didn't he?
He replaced his field, and it was Blasted Dark, Blasted Blade.
Yeah.
So he took off my rear guard, attacked into Soul with a Toy Poogle behind it, I might add.
Oh, so it's 30.
So it was 31. Yeah. Because your power means inside.
And at this point, I'd finished my game, so I'd won, and Yuri and Aaron were still playing to the right of me. I turned to the right, I saw him do it, and I kind of glanced, and I saw it 2 to pass. I heard him say 2 to pass.
I didn't have a perfect guard.
The first check,
I was literally... Oh.
Yeah, the first check was a draw trigger. I just went... I just stared at him like, Jesus Christ.
Bear in mind, that's what was it, 25 guard from my hand.
Yeah, I was like, don't, because he didn't have a perfect guard. But then it wasn't a trigger. So Aaron's relief.
I was so relieved. You have no idea.
And then you guarded the next one fine.
And then next go, he had literally 15 guards, so it was attack with rear guard, attack with Vanguard.
He committed, and it unfortunately didn't work out for him. And let's point out, Yuri was running Novas. We haven't mentioned that yet. He was running my Nova build.
What did he go against first game?
We say he double critted for game, but it didn't really matter what he went against because it finished really quickly.
Yeah,
I never asked him, which is a shame because it'd be interesting to hear his views on his matches and whatnot and how his went. But obviously, we can only talk about him so much and remember so much of what he said.
I think his second game he said was a good match. It was really tight. Really
close. His second match I can actually comment on because I was watching it. He went against.
Yeah,
he went here, and he was using Shadow Paladins against his Nova Grapplers, and Yuri was just restanding the columns, both decks worked very well, but at the end of the day, he ended up just beating him down throughout time, so his hand Yuri's hand kind of maintained, because he had 2 Kararas at the front, which is how he had a perfect field, like Karara at the front,
pressuring to draw cards.
Guy at the back left, so the entire column restands. So swing. He just beat him down after a while and managed to keep a good
My
hand advantage.
just disappeared.
From which is what shadow planners do. Really, they kind of they keep drawing into the deck to keep that normal hand advantage.
Too much.
Yeah, and I think he just couldn't find the cards he need, and the 11k wall probably wasn't helping their cause.
So that was our second round, where
and we all won.
All three of us won. So,
so we were 2-1 up from the first game and
3-0
on the second one. Then we went.
Then it was lunch break.
It was lunch break. Then
when we came back, it was round 3, which is where I start losing it.
What game was that against?
I lost to Bermudas.
You lost to Bermudas. I was oh no. But to be fair, wasn't it a double crit against you?
Yeah, I was on 2 damage. He just rode grade 3, and then he double crits me. I was on 2. He double crits me. I'm instantly on 5. No triggers. My hand was 3 grade 3s. A Blaster Blade, a Toy Poogle, and 2 10s. His next, all the power was on his rear guard, which was a 31 column. So that's everything par Toy Poogle from my hand, and I have nothing to strike back with, and I just get beaten down because his hand was massive. So that was a real bummer.
Can you remember who we were against? Was this the one at the front of the shop to the right?
Yes.
Yes, I was against.
You were against Zeal.
I was against Zeal, which just came out.
The Dimension Police.
I mean, our opinion of that build is it's not actually as good as people think. It reduces your Vanguard by 5,
but that's
so a triggering damage and everything's back to normal again.
But
I didn't get one. But my the end was at 8k.
It's not so much it's more so I find the fact that it just doesn't do anything else. He
didn't have 18k columns. He reduced my Vanguard to 8 because it reduced by 5k.
Yeah. So you had the cross ride.
No, it wasn't 8. Was it 8? I had the cross ride. Yeah. So 8. And he just. So I'm gonna went perfect guard and then let the next one through, or let the crit through because I was winning.
Yeah.
And my fire. We both generally played really well, but. My move at the end pretty much fixed it. I had 3 counter blasts left. I used 1 to use my Conroe effect because I basically kept the pressure up with the end.
Yeah.
In my hand.
You grabbed bar, didn't you?
Yeah, I grabbed bar or to make the 20k column.
1 in the middle, and then you.
And I got a berserk on the other side off to retire 1 rear guard, and then because it was a column on its own, I swung 9 over his other rear guard, and then swung with the Vanguard, and he just couldn't guard it.
Yeah.
So. That was just game.
That's one thing we've noticed.
I think he done 1 to pass or something, and I got a crit.
Yeah, that was it. 1 to pass because that's all he could do. Because I understand that while Zeal is like, oh yeah, you get literally it just works out as 5 on all your columns.
But it's nice to reduce 3 each turn, 3k. I like that.
That's nice, but you need to commit early, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because if that gets attacked or destroyed, it's gone.
And Yuri went against.
God, I can't remember. He was right next to me as well.
Wasn't there a grade lock?
No, that was the last round.
That was the last round. So you must have double crit that round.
Yeah, that round you got double crit again.
So he double crit, done a fantastic game, and then double crit again, like round 3.
Was it Duke he was against? Or was that the first round?
I don't know. But he double crit then. So you're as happy with double crits twice in 3 games.
I let the team down on that round.
Yeah.
Through double crit.
Yeah, but again, the same as happened with me game 1. You can't really do much about it.
You just really put me in a bad position. I had to guard everything, my entire hand went.
And that's what happened with game 1. Didn't have the field presence, just had a load of guard, and it's not really useful. And then the final game was against our French companions.
Yep, who you have such an experience losing to.
Yeah, in the past, but I finally got a bit of revenge.
Lucky for some.
So my final match was against Gold Paladins. Now, I think the end struggles against Shadows and Golds because of the hand advantage. Even though I have a threat, the threat's not there if you keep guarding it.
Yeah.
So...
I can totally agree with that.
And, so because you have a 13k of possibility in Shadows, and Golds can... How that woman gets a hand advantage is beyond me. Honestly, I attacked with the end. I then got 2 draw triggers off of my drive check. I draw trigger, draw, draw trigger, draw. Discard, restand, And when I attacked again, I got another draw trigger in my 2 drive checks.
Yeah.
My hand was huge. It went from like 2 to like 8 or 9. And then she swung back at me. And
That went for a couple of turns, I think.
And that went for a couple of turns or something. And I had 4 cards left in my turn. And I looked up at her, I said, how much you got in your hand? She went, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was like, go. And I asked it just as I drive checked my crit trigger. I went, crit power on Vanguard. And then I went, crit power on Vanguard! and then she took all the damage, game over. And I just hear this, I get tackled by someone to the left of me. It was just Yuri hugging me going,
that's the one where Yuri's opponent grade locked.
You got a grade lock. But
It was against Pale Moons.
I honestly don't think I would have won that game if it wasn't for that double crit. Because that hand advantage, I don't know where it came from, but I just wasn't pressuring as much as I thought I was.
No, I can understand that.
I think the field presence was got really quickly and I just couldn't survive.
I'm glad you won so badly, though.
Because you... What happened to you?
It's not my fault, man.
It is.
So my last game, again, I lost.
At this point, he went over to you like, the pressure's off, Yuri, the pressure. Aaron, the pressure's off.
I know. Oh dear. I was against the end. So for starters, that wasn't good. Second, he goes first. So he rides, I ride, attack, his go. What's the first thing he does after riding? He Gatling claws my Wingle Brave. So I've lost that, my chance to get my Majesty Lord. Then it comes to my turn again. My only grade 2 ride is a star called Trumpeter. So I'm on an 8k Vanguard. Nothing else to play, so attack Vanguard. His go. I think he gets a cross ride off, so he goes Overlord first, attacks me. I'm like, wow, I really can't guard half of this. Because my hand at this point, by the way, was like 2 Majesty Lords of Palamedes and like 2 grade 2s.
Yeah.
No, grade 1s, sorry. Yes. But what makes it even worse is by the time I get to grade 3, he then cross rides, attacks me with the end, with a bar, so 21.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can perfect guards, but he'll just put the power on the rear guards, so I'd rather perfect guard that if he gets the crit. So I'm like, okay, fine, 2 to pass. Drive checks, a heal. Power Vanguard, at which point I just go, what? No. Like, no, put it rear guard. He's like, then next check is a crit.
Bearing in mind Aaron had a perfect guard left, I remember you telling me, so
yes,
he was going to use that for the rear guard.
He's winning. He's not going to risk it. He's just going to put it on the rear guard and then I can perfect guard that. No, he goes for it, puts it all on the Vanguard, gets the crit, so it passes through my guard. I take 2 damage. Luckily I get 2 draws off. Kind of helps.
Yeah.
Then he Sunblast restands, attacks again. So I got 10 for 2 to pass again. He gets a heal, which puts me on edge again. Like, no, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Please, anything. Luckily, he puts it rear guard and doesn't get anything else. But, oh my god, that instance just really put me on edge. I was so worried then. I didn't know if we could win.
You didn't know we'd already won, so you were panicking.
But literally, by that point, I thought, yeah, I can't get back from this. So eventually he just beats me down and I just lose because I ain't got the cards to keep guarding.
Yeah, using comment in one of Yuri's ones though, he went against Gold at some point.
Yeah.
And he said, because he superior rode his Zell, just as what happened to me when I went against...
that was the third match.
That was
the third match, yeah.
Apparently he had to take... He like zoned out for a second, like, what? Because he was on grade 1 and he was on grade 3. He thought he'd misrode for a second. He was like, what? What?
Yeah,
am I really on grade 1? Did I misride?
That was it.
Confused the hell out of him.
That Ezel match was his third round, and the first match was Duke. At which point the guy didn't see his ride chain at all, and his grade 3 ends up being Gigantic Destroyer, not Duke, so he just couldn't win. And then double crit to finish him off, just because it's
just because Duke.
Just because Yuri. That's what he does.
No, fair play to him. He done well today.
So overall, although we lost here and there, as an individual, we didn't actually lose a single
match the entire day, which put us in good stead for the winning, because no one else had done it that day.
So we literally by that point we'd won, and then everyone else squared off for tie breaks.
Because there was 4 groups that were on the same points below us.
Yeah.
And there was a little dispute regarding a top 4 cut. I don't know where it was coming from, but it was said there was no way, he said, that I would put you against other people, because we're not dragging you down, because you haven't lost today.
Yeah.
And the other people just need to play to make who's come second.
Yeah.
It would be unfair to put you in. I was like, exactly. But the amount of stress that I went through, just because if we got put in there and then lost,
I wouldn't have been happy.
we all wouldn't have been happy. But yeah, we got a box for winning. So let's go for the box of Blue Storm and Wilder.
Got a few new cards that we needed.
Not that I needed.
Finally got a Dayusha though.
Yeah, Yuri has a Dayusha, so that's one down. But I'm still missing.
I managed to finish off my Sephiroth
cards. I managed to get another Dark Rex, so I can play the Tachikaze deck now.
Oh, and where the folder is, we managed to get, well, basically the promos for today, which we forgot to mention, which is just a really kind of bad Narukami card.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I
don't know
the camera.
where it is actually. Yeah, it's. I think there's an equivalent in.
When you play
golds have an equivalent somewhere, but no one ever uses it.
Yeah, as a rear guard, if you re-road a grade 3 on top of it, you'll get 10k.
No. If that's your Vanguard, and you
no,
call
it's his rear guard, Aaron.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's as a rear guard. If you re-ride your Vanguard, because you can only call it obviously when you have a grade 3.
Oh, okay.
Vanguard.
Maybe they don't have that. I'm thinking of something else.
You get 10k, so it becomes a 20k rear guard.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But you don't have space for it, really.
No. Same as the Dimension Police one we had before. The other promo that we're looking.
Yeah, that's from the sneak peek thing.
Yeah, things went rather well. So yeah, overall a good day. We had some good trades. We are happy with the results.
And now we've just got to look forward to the next stage, which is apparently in June.
So at some time.
We still need to find out the correct date for that, but yeah, hopefully we'll get to the next stage after that.
And just as an extra thing, I should really have taken the guy's name, but it was nice to see some fans of our channel.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was nice. It was, what was the phrase he used? It was...
Oh, I can't remember.
Basically it is a little awkward about it. I think that's a word.
Something like that.
It was a bit awkward, but I kind of watch your channel. I was like, oh. Because the reason being is because I have a shirt that I go in, but I don't think I'm able...
Don't talk about your shirt.
I don't think I'm able to show it now, really.
Don't
it's
talk
on
about
the
your
camera,
shirt.
But it has demi heels on the front, the guy flipping the meme of the guy flipping the table, and on the back it says Mike-Heel, and a picture of Kai and Team Endgame at the top, hence they recognise the channel. And of course our team name was Team Endgame anyway.
Just a little throw out to the whole Dem Heels thing. That was a little
in-joke
that started back when we attended the Dark Arts.
Yeah.
I think they've actually got several of...
No, there's a couple of videos of me in the final.
Yeah.
It was the first Vanguard tournament being...
Back when you were doing Grand Blue.
That very badly, I might add.
I know, right?
I was... You and Yuri were pissing yourselves, and I was watching myself back and getting really angry. Like, what am I doing? Why haven't you doing stuff back? Look at the counterblast! They're all there! It was infuriating. But, yeah, basically, it was me that triggered all the heals. But for the first time ever, I got all 4 heals off. And the heals have never worked for me since.
Literally, one of the comments on there was Dem Heels.
Yeah, the top comment was Dem Heels.
Joke
yeah.
every time we went there.
It's like, Mike, Dem Heels, Mike, Dem Heels. I was like, they never work for me anymore. Yeah.
Sidetrack.
Yeah, but there's a nice little bit of story time, information type thing.
Story time.
So yes, thank you guys for listening. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Again, feel free to check out our Facebook page.
I'll put the link in the description this time. I had someone ask me that on the last video, so I
It's on our homepage.
Yeah, I know, but I'll actually put it in the description box so it's easier to find.
Okay. And we'll see you guys later.